Well, kicking things off to start our show off is our next guest who's made a continued commitment to supporting and helping youth in conjunction with the Police Athletic League. They've organized a basketball tournament aiming to provide provide young people with a positive alternative to delinquent behavior. Here now to tell us more about the efforts to help young teens is the council member of the 14th District, Councilman Fernando Cabrera. And Councilman Cabrera, good to have you here.
Thank you for having me again.
Good. So the weather's hot, and with warm weather, there's a tendency to have a lot of outdoor activities. But you kind of said that I want to deal with some things straight up and provide a forum for young people, and you use basketball as the platform.
Well, Darren, last year I allocated some funds to the PAL, the Police Athletic League. They're a tremendous organization, which, by the way, right now they're meeting at MS 396. I provide funding for that for about $20,000, and they run a league. But we wanted to take it from inside the school to right into the park, because I wanted to send a message to the rest of the young people that that we could have fun and to do it in an orderly fashion. It's one thing to play street ball, as you know, and it's another thing to have refs and to have the public watching you play as a team. And last Saturday, I tell you, I was there from 11 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and those young people had a blast. And we have young people that came from all parts of the district. They made up their teams, and this Saturday we're going to have the grand championship, and I'm inviting everyone to come. It's right there at Sedgwick, where Sedgwick and Reservoir Avenue meets. It's the park right there, right next to the Church of the Church of Our Angels.
So when you have the opportunity to give the PAL these kind of funds, what does it mean for a group like the PAL? Because when the summer comes, one of the greatest things that we hear is there's not a lot of activities for youth, or if there are activities for youth, they're somewhat cut back due to budget cuts and restrictions. So to be able to fill that gap, what does that mean for you?
Well, it means a lot. Look, I have a passion for young people. I have a calling. Maybe because when I was 17 years old, my life is when it turned around. I was raised part of my life with a single mom with, 4 boys. You can imagine what that would be like. We didn't have a whole lot. But people took interest in me. There were some mentors, and we lived there. We live in a fatherless generation. We have a lot of young males right now. The week before, I was in a detention center right here on 149th Street. And just to see the potential in these young people that are right now in detention, and yet they want to do so much more. And all they need is somebody to believe in them, somebody to say, you matter, you're important, you have a future, we're going to take notice of you, we're going to invest in you. And right now, I'm the only elected official in this area that is providing funding to the district. So what I decided was I'm going to spend most of my discretionary funding with young people and seniors, because they're the most vulnerable.
And when you talk about seniors, what's coming down the pike for them?
Well, seniors, I got senior proms. I have, Mother's Day. We just have Father's Day. We provided funding for them to go to the botanical garden. I mean, it's just a whole plethora of events. I like to keep them busy, having really a lot of fun, because it's not just enough just to have them go and eat their lunch. They want to be engaged. They want to feel like they have purpose in life.
Talk to us about organized sports. A lot of people participate in organized sports. Is this a healthy alternative to delinquent behavior?
Absolutely. It's teaching young people teamwork. It's teaching young people etiquette. There's rules. Wherever you go, whatever job that you go to, there's going to be rules. There's rules everywhere you go, and how to function and with the right attitude and working in a team setting. In life, successful people work in teams, and they know how to engage everyone in the team. So we're teaching them. I mean, look, last week one of the young people said something they should have not said. They got a T, and from there on, the tone changed. It was great. I think that again, I wanted to let the young people know that they are important, that they do matter. And I have other programs that are sponsors, not just the PL. We have Power Play. And there are a lot of people who don't know about this program, but I brought it to the district. It's a program designed for girls basketball. And so I have former WNBA players. I have college students who play for college sports and basketball, training these young ladies how to play, and it's so exciting in so many of the schools that the men, the young men, sometimes they get jealous and they say, I want that program too, as well. I have Kids and Boys Girls Club where they have not only sports, they're state-of-the-art place. It's only been open about for 5 years, but they have after-school literacy programs. They have dance classes, instrument, they learn an array of instruments. I provide them funding as well. Literacy Inc. I mean, I have a whole slew of programs that are designed to keep our young people so busy doing good, they'll be too tired to do bad. Because here's something that a lot of people don't know. Most young people get in trouble between the hours of 3 and 5 in the afternoon. Mm-hmm. So if I could keep them busy doing something, a lot of them, the parents are still working. And so they're all out there by themselves. And instead of allowing the crews and the gangs to suck them into their lifestyle, I want a positive peer group.
Let's talk about the borough of the Bronx for a minute, because you are the councilman for the 14th district, and a lot of times the question has been said, the Bronx has not received its fair share of funding, help, assistance. A lot of people are very critical of the Bloomberg administration. Right. With Melissa Mark Viverito being the speaker, and also a new change of wind with Mayor de Blasio, are you confident? Because you're able to tout a lot of the programs that you have here in the Bronx, but a lot of other people are saying, listen, we're struggling. Do you think that that's going to be more of an advantage now, having more and possibly bringing more programs to the Bronx?
I have to tell you, I am so optimistic to have universal pre-K, something that I've been screaming about for years. We know in nations where students do well in school, we start them early on. To be able to have free after-school programs for all middle school students, that's huge. That's coming down the pipe. Now in September. And then now what the mayor did, he baselined. That means he took over a lot of the programs that we were paying for because the previous mayor didn't want to pay for. Now that's going to free up millions of dollars for us to come out with initiatives. One of the things I get a complaint about is cleanliness in the community, the dog stuff. And, so now we're talking about having an initiative to have each council member have $100,000 totally devoted for cleaning their district. I believe in having a clean environment. People tend to live out whatever their environment. But I tell you, in this last 4 months, I have been able to get more bills through. I have been able to accomplish more with no resistance whatsoever than in the previous 4 years. So I am totally encouraged. I think this is a good day for the Bronx.
What do you think? What do you foresee in the future?
Well, what I foresee, I'll tell you the good, and I'll tell you the things that we need to watch out. Let me start with the things that we need to watch out. We need to watch out for the budget next year not to go out of control. There's a potentiality to have a $2 billion gap. But I'm optimistic because the revenue, the way that we saw the revenue come in this year, we were very conservative. And so we're optimistic of the fact that the funding will be there. And if not, then we're going to have to make adjustments. For the Bronx, I'm real excited. Look, I was able to get through the ice skating, the National Ice Skating Ring. We're going to have 2,500 kids getting free ice skating training, 52,000 square feet worth of space for nonprofit. Maybe we'll have the gauchos there, maybe the hip hop museum to come in there. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities.
Big possibilities, and of course, the thing that you can definitely do is come out to that basketball tournament. That's between 11 and 3 on June the 7th.
Right.
And we want you to come on out. Councilman Fernando Cabrera's basketball tournament in conjunction with the Police Athletic League, Washington's Walk, formerly Old Fort Park, between 229th and 231st. Go ahead out there and see the best of the best get busy. Councilman Cabrera, thanks so much for coming and sharing with us.
Thank you.
All righty, Councilman Fernando Cabrera is coming and sharing with us. And we got to take a quick break. But coming up after the break, find out how you can register for the 6th annual Runyon 5K. That's taking place at Yankee Stadium. We'll tell you about that when we return.